Hello and welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of ToucanPlays Monster Jam Showdown. Listen guys, I have been covering Monster Jam Showdown for a very long time now, and I truly believe that it had the potential to be the best Monster Jam game yet. But honestly, did it really deliver? I don't know. Is it the best Monster Jam game ever? Today, we're going to be breaking down exactly what worked and what didn't, and what the next Monster Jam game has to have in order to reach its full potential. There's plenty to love in Monster Jam Showdown, but listen, there is a lot of missed opportunities, so let's get right into it. First off, guys, this game has a huge roster. It is one of the biggest rosters that we have ever seen. It features some trucks that we've never seen in a Monster Jam game before. As advertised, there are 66 base trucks and 84 liveries for those trucks, making a total of 150 different liveries for all those trucks in the game, which honestly is really spectacular. Only BeamNG that I know of has anywhere close to that kind of a roster. Truly, the roster is the best part of this game. The models are top tier, super detailed, and the game looks and sounds fantastic. You can see the individual rivets holding the fiberglass in place. Really and truly, these models look like they were taken straight from real life and put right into the game. Racing is where the game truly shines, though. I know a lot of people have had some complaints about the tracks, but in my opinion, I think that they're well designed. I really like the verticality in the game. I like how you can take multiple routes to get to the finish line, and despite many different bugs and or invalid shortcuts that shouldn't exist, racing is still the best part of the game, and you can tell that a lot of the development effort went into making racing in this game feel very fun. The environments in the game are absolutely exciting. You've got winter in Alaska, you've got fall in Colorado, you've got the desert of Death Valley, the tropical sunrise in Hawaii. All of them are unique, and the weather and the terrain is great, and they add to the excitement. I do wish you could set the time of day and the weather effects for each race that you're running, but hey, I'll get more into that during my wish list. The photo mode and the replay system are absolutely fantastic. If you enjoy capturing cool gameplay moments, this absolutely delivers. I enjoy making really cool thumbnails and videos using the replay system. Seriously, if you want to make and share videos with your friends, this game absolutely delivers with it. Last but not least, the multiplayer modes are some of the most fun in this game, and honestly, if the treasure hunt and survival modes were expanded upon and fleshed out a little bit more, they could be entire games by themselves. I know I've said that before, I'll keep saying it. I really enjoy playing multiplayer with you guys. There's a few things that I do wish multiplayer had. I'm gonna get into that a little bit more in just a minute. Okay, so what doesn't work in the game? First and foremost, the physics problems. They're floaty, they are unpredictable, and really they're just wrong. The trucks simply just don't move like real Monster Jam trucks should. This has been a complaint that I and other members of the community have had since the very first gameplay trailers came out many months ago, almost a year ago, I think at this time. I've heard a lot of different excuses for the physics, saying that it's not that bad, that it's made for kids, that we should be more patient, but really and truthfully, even kids complain about the trucks not moving the way that they're supposed to. But when it comes to freestyle, the physics are just unexcusable. The developers just did not spend enough time getting feedback from the community and tweaking the physics to work better. Number two, lack of stadium variety. This honestly has been my biggest complaint. There's only 3 stadiums and they all feel the same. Each stadium has multiple layouts, but they have all the same theming. First of all, the titles of those maps are uninspiring and AI generated. Second, once you get into the match, the obstacles are simply rearranged in different locations. They're the exact same obstacles. You really don't know the difference between one map and another. And third, there's no decoration difference. There's nothing here to indicate that this is a new location or a new map or a new event. It's all the same thing. It's just all of the obstacles are rearranged in different positions. It needs to have more variety for the stadiums. I truly believe that Milestone and maybe even Feld underestimated the community's desire to have a more realistic, more true to Monster Jam experience when playing this game. We want to experience a real Monster Jam event, not just thrown into some place in Alaska, but vaguely kind of resembles something that could be Monster Jam. We want a real, authentic Monster Jam event feel to it, and none of these stadiums feel Monster Jam to me. They feel thrown together and jumbled up and randomized by AI. 3, the overly aggressive driving aids. Instead of helping, they actually hinder gameplay. They force players into doing unwanted movements. When I'm doing a stoppie, or when I'm doing a moonwalk or a bicycle, the AI reaches up and grabs my truck and forces me into doing something that I didn't really expect it to do. Now, as I've played the game, I've learned to anticipate the computer grabbing my truck and pulling me into those movements. This goes back to the physics though. If instead of doing impossible bicycles around the entire arena, the truck would fall over naturally, it would feel so much better than having this driving aid that pulled my truck into a bicycle and allowed me to do these impossible stunts. Let's say you don't want any assists. Where can you turn them off? Well, you have to do them before the match starts. You can't turn them off during the match. I kind of understand that somewhat for the game to function properly, but it kind of speaks to the clunky UI in general. UI is very difficult to navigate, and it is not intuitive at all as to where to look to find turning off the in-game assists, or even where to find what your next objective is in order to unlock the truck that you want to unlock. I would like a more streamlined UI that's less clunky, better anticipates your needs, find what it is that you want, when you want it, where to go to get it. All right, next up, multiplayer is a ghost town. Multiplayer is awesome. I love playing multiplayer. The most fun I've ever had is playing multiplayer with you guys. But unfortunately, hardly anyone ever gets to enjoy them because there's rarely enough people online to play. And there is a solution that could help that, and that would be to add AI drivers. A lot of people have mixed feelings about adding bots to multiplayer matches, but the one thing that it would do is prevent empty lobbies where players just sit waiting for a match that never comes. So adding bots would help to increase the number of people who show up to play multiplayer, because it means that they spend less time waiting in empty lobbies and gets games moving. So it would make multiplayer in general more exciting, which would increase the number of people playing, which means that less bots would be actually in your matches because there'd be more people actually playing the game. Does that make sense? I hope so. But I do think that adding bots to multiplayer matches would help bring the excitement and bring up the number of people playing multiplayer. And next up is probably the most requested missing feature, and that is the fact that there is no open world mode. Kids, and honestly some adults, including myself, we love free roaming in our favorite truck. Now, I love the idea of having a big open world with all kinds of collectibles to find, like Steel Titans 2. But even if Milestone didn't want to deal with connecting all of the different maps together in a big wide open world, there's no reason not to give us free roam in the arena maps, the ones for extreme freestyle and extreme head-to-head races. Even if we had a free roam open world mode in those arenas only, that would go a long way to satisfy that itch, that desire to just drive around a truck without having to worry about timers and consequences and high stakes points and things like that. So just having an open world, or even just a free roam in our stadiums, in the arenas in the game, would go a long way, and it would be super easy to implement that. You just allow us to go in without a timer and let us goof around. There should be no reason not to have that. Steel Titans 2 had it. Why shouldn't Showdown have it? There's just no reason not to. Okay, last but not least is limited customization. Yes, there are tons and tons of trucks and skins, but imagine if we had a livery editor like in Hot Wheels Unleashed or Monster Truck Championship. Man, I know that the community can be abusive and they could make things that are not so kid-friendly. I get that. But holy cow, if we had a livery editor, that would be so awesome. That would make up for the fact that we only have 2 Avenger liveries and 1 Jester livery. I mean, can you imagine if we could just change the color of Jester? That would go so far to make the community happy, and I would love to see what the community can do. Even if all we could do is change the color of the tires, I think that would go a long way to making the community happier. On that same vein though, if we had a track editor, that would be huge. I mean, not just for racing, but also for freestyle and head-to-head battles. I would love to be able to see what the community can... I can't do it myself, but I would love to see what the community could come up with to make some, replica tracks, or just some extreme high jump tracks, or something that would be really cool. Like, yeah, I think that would be fantastic in the next Monster Truck game. Speaking of the next Monster Truck game, here is my wish list of how Monster Jam Showdown 2 can fix these issues, because I truly believe that Monster Jam Showdown has great bones bones and could be a fantastic game. We need to fix these issues and make it better, right? Okay, so first and foremost, we have to fix the physics and the truck handling. It has to be better. It has to feel like a real Monster Jam truck. It has to be less floaty and more weighty. I'm not expecting BeamNG level simulation here, but it's got to feel better than what it does in the Showdown. It just does not feel right. Do some more research, Milestone. Make it feel better. I know you can do it because your dirt bikes feel great in Monster Energy, Extreme Racing, Motocross, all those games. I know you can make monster trucks feel great too. They're not motorcycles, right? They're 12,000 pound machines, right? They're heavy. They don't float like motorcycles do. You can't just slap motorcycle physics on monster trucks. You have to make them feel heavier. They're way bigger than motorcycles. But I know you can do it. I know you can do it. More diverse and realistic stadium events. Give us more arenas, more unique layouts, make events feel fresh, make it feel like we're doing a world tour. I know you were trying to limit the amount of art that went into the game by limiting it to just those 3. Alaska, well, I guess 4 with Hawaii. Alaska, well, no, because we never got a Hawaii stadium. Let's work on our communication too, Milestone. But yeah, so Alaska, Death Valley, and Colorado, those are the 3 stadiums that we got. I know you're trying to limit the amount of art assets that you had to commit to the game by limiting it to just those 3 stadiums, but we need more. We need more variety. At the very, very least, if you're going to limit it to 3 stadiums like that, give more variety to the different maps that go into those 3 stadiums. You have some more posters that go up and says, whatever event is going on, the Monster Truck 4x4 Tour, and try to make the titles a little bit less like the big wheel, super wind, flashy thingy-mabobber. All those AI generated titles suck. Change those AI generated titles, they're awful. Better control customization. If we want all of the in-game aids turned off, give us the option to turn all of the in-game aids off, including stoppies, wheelies, moonwalks, bicycles. All of those physics, I want them to feel natural. Again, I'm not expecting BeamNG level simulation, but they have to feel more natural. Look at Stunt Mayhem. They do a fantastic job. Hot Wheels, Monster Truck, Stunt Mayhem. Look at that game and look at the way that they handle the physics. The truck falls over. It's supposed to fall over. There's no kids that are like, oh, why did my truck fall over? No, kids want the trucks to feel natural. Give us the option to be able to turn off all the aids, including bicycle aids and all those other ones. Add bots to multiplayer. Make sure that the lobbies aren't empty. Multiplayer, I said this way back when the game was first announced. Multiplayer is what is going to keep this game going. And the game is dead. The game is absolutely dead right now, and that is because multiplayer is a ghost town. Add bots. Add bots to multiplayer. You can do that right now if you wanted. Make sure that the lobbies are not empty. I cannot stress this enough, but multiplayer is going to keep the game going strong. And it's going to keep kids recommending the game to their friends so that they can play together, and they can play together online. If your multiplayer sucks and they can't get into an online match, they aren't going to do it. They aren't going to do it. So add bots to multiplayer. Make sure that multiplayer lobbies are not empty. Whatever you do, make sure that they're not empty. Kids should be able to queue up and join a multiplayer game in seconds, not minutes. Open world exploration. Steel Titans 2 did this. There's no reason why you can't do this. I don't know why you didn't do this. You must have open world. If you don't have collectibles, which you should just throw some collectibles in there. It's not hard, but have an open world, have something for us to be able to go off and explore and collect things. Have some of them be difficult. You know, don't underestimate the kids. They will find a way to find those things. I know that little 3-year-old Timmy is going to cry and complain, but not everyone is 3-year-old Timmy. In fact, the vast majority of people who are going to play the game are going to get a lot of great pleasure from finding those difficult to find collectibles. And people like me are going to enjoy making guides on how to find those difficult to find collectibles. So please make an open world map in Showdown 2. On that same vein, make free roam available for stadiums and arenas. Let us practice, experiment, and just have fun without restrictions. And probably more importantly, a free roam mode will open up the maps to create leagues and to have more creative freedom over how we play the game. Giving the players more creative freedom on how to interact with the game is always going to be better than limiting us to a set number of tracks and playing in a set way. The way that the game is laid out now is very linear and very set. This is the way you will play, and this is the way you will like it. And it's not everybody likes it that way, or at least they'll like it, they'll play through it, and then they're done and they shelve the game, they never touch it again. You want people to continue to come back and play this game over and over and over again. Adding free roam for stadiums and open world for exploration is a way to keep people coming back over and over and over again. More customization options. Let us customize the liveries, the trucks, and especially changing the truck tires. I cannot stress this enough. Even the little kids, even 3-year-old Timmy, does not want lime green tires on his truck. I know Spin Master says that they sell really well. They don't. Nobody wants the flashy green tires. Let us put black tires on our trucks. That's all. But more importantly, there are some extremely creative people out there that would have a blast making all kinds of creative customs from years past. And I know that there's licensing issues, so don't let us put logos and stuff. Don't let us import logos. Don't let us import anything obscene or non-kid friendly. But let us do some customization stuff. Let us make the trucks that we love from years past, or at least approximations of the trucks that we love from years past. Same goes for a track builder, the ability to create custom tracks and freestyle arenas. I mean, that will infinitely increase the replayability of the game. And again, you want people coming back and playing over and over again. This will increase that. Let us do it. Let us do it. All right, in conclusion, is Monster Jam Showdown a bad game? No, absolutely not. I love Monster Jam Showdown. I played the heck out of it. But is it the game that we deserve? Not quite. Not quite. It's got some work to do. I think the bones are there for a great game, but I think that it needs a little bit of help. If the next game can fix the issues we talked about, we might actually finally get the ultimate Monster Jam experience. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What did you love about Monster Jam Showdown? And what do you think needs to change for the sequel? If you want more Monster Jam content, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to check out all of my latest videos, including the one that you see on your screen right now. And hey, we'll see you guys on the flip side. Later, everybody. Bye.